Does your journal collection look like this? Mine definitely does. If this looks familiar, keep watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maggie Howard. Here are some ways to start and keep up with a bullet journal that you're proud of, that's relevant to you, and most importantly, that you'll actually be able to use. The first thing you need to know is that you don't need expensive supplies to have an awesome bullet journal. You only need a writing utensil and a journal, and that's it. They can be really expensive or really cheap. For this video, I'm going to be using a normal, school composition notebook and some colorful pens because you can get those both for pretty cheap to show you that you can have a bullet journal on a budget. Another thing I didn't know when I started a bullet journal is that you don't have to be super artistic to start one. You can use stickers or cutouts of paper or postcards or whatever you have, but you can also just use shapes and lines. There are a lot of cool borders that just have shapes and lines, so they're super simple to do and look really pretty, and you don't have to be artistic to do them. Here are some examples of borders and corner art and title ideas that are really easy to do, and you definitely don't have to be artistic to do them, and they don't have to be perfect to look good. The next thing that's important when starting a bullet journal is to have the right mindset. You have to know that in the beginning when you're starting something, it's not going to be perfect. So try not to compare yourself to perfect bullet journals that are on Pinterest or social media. But honestly, that's not realistic for most people unless you're like an awesome artist, which if you are, you definitely should start a bullet journal. But most of us are not that artistic or talented at that kind of thing. And even have your first bullet journal serve as kind of a practice one to see if you like it and to kind of show yourself you can do it. The next thing, and these ones are kind of like more structural, like in the actual journal and not just mindset and supplies and that kind of stuff, is to have an index. That is something that I didn't think I would need when I started my bullet journal, but it has been so helpful to basically just set out the first few pages of your bullet journal for what you actually have in it. So number it off, number your pages, and write the things that you have so you can keep track of your progress and tell where things are if you want to show them off to people or whatever. Just having an index is important to keep it organized, and I love organization. Another thing is to use it for things that are relevant to you. Like if you don't care about when fruit is seasonal, don't have a seasonal fruit section of your bullet journal, but use it for things to kind of challenge yourself, like a workout schedule or things that you're interested in, like for me, musicals or baking or something like that. That's what I can use my bullet journal for. The next thing is to build time to work on your bullet journal because it's hard to start something if you don't have a time set out for it. So some good times for that would be as soon as you wake up in the morning, when you're eating lunch, or right before you go to bed. But it's good, especially when you first start out, to have 5 or 10 minutes at the beginning of the day or whatever time of day to just sit down and work on your bullet journal so you can keep making progress. My next tip is to start out with easy bullet journal pages because it just feels good if you have something that looks good, even if it wasn't that hard to do. Some examples of good things to start with would be to-do lists, reminders, logs, goals for the year, the month, or the week. Some other things that you can start off with in your bullet journal is collections or logs of things, like things you're grateful for, or movies or books you want to read or have read, or a bucket list is a really fun thing to make. Also, when you're starting off, work on some easy banners and headers because banners and headers just look really nice, and there are a lot of easy ones on the internet. Go Pinteresting for bullet journal things. Don't be intimidated, but go on Pinterest and look up like bullet journal or Bojo, any of those things, and you'll get tons of inspiration. They're pretty easy, doable, but they make your page look so much nicer. Alright everyone, that is it for this video. I hope that it was helpful, and I hope that I've inspired you to create a bullet journal and have shown you how to do it easily, and that you've learned that you can do it and it's not that hard. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to thumbs up and subscribe down below so I can keep making videos, and comment other things that you'd like to see on this channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for watching. While I was filming this video, Pinterest asked me if I wanted to search for something musical theater related. At least I'm not the only one who can't think of any of my other hobbies.